Russia issued a scathing condemnation of Israel for an incident this past Monday in which the Russian Khmeimim air base lost contact with the Russian military aircraft during an attack by 4 Israeli F-16s on Syrian targets. The Russian embassy in Israel wrote on Twitter, quote, "Moscow views as irresponsible and unfriendly actions of Israeli Air Force, which exposed Russian Il-20 aircraft to danger and led to death of 15 servicemen." Meanwhile, the IDF stated that its fighter jets targeted a facility of the Syrian armed forces from which systems to manufacture lethal weapons were about to be transferred on behalf of Iran to Hezbollah terror in Lebanon. The weapons were meant to be used to attack Israel. The IDF has also rebuffed Russian claims about not being notified, saying that the IDF and the Russian army have a deconfliction system, which has proven itself many times over recent years. Israel's Air Force chief is on the way to Moscow to share the relevant information with Russian President Vladimir Putin in order to confirm the facts of this inquiry. U.S. Ambassador to Israel David Friedman has slammed the Palestinian Authority for its unconscionable decision to pay a monthly salary to the family of the terrorist who killed Israeli Ari Fuld. A PA official said that the family would be eligible for the payments after filling out the proper paperwork, which could take several months. On Sunday, Palestinian teenager Khalil Jabarin stabbed Ari Fuld, a pro-Israel advocate and father of 4, in front of a supermarket in Gush Etzion. Fuld ultimately succumbed to his wounds and was laid to rest on Sunday evening. Thousands of people honored the fallen hero at his funeral in Kfar Etzion. The U.S. State Department released an annual report on Wednesday, which confirmed that Iran is the world's leading state sponsor of terror. The State Department's coordinator of counterterrorism, Nathan Sales, stated, quote, "Iran is responsible for intensifying conflicts and undermining U.S. interests in Syria, Yemen, Iraq, Bahrain, Afghanistan, and Lebanon, using a number of proxies and other instruments such as the Lebanese Hezbollah and the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps' Al-Quds Force." He said that the threats posed by Iran's support for terror are global and not confined to the Middle East. 59% of all attacks took place in 5 countries: Afghanistan, India, Iraq, Pakistan, and the Philippines, and 70% of all deaths due to terror attacks occurred in Afghanistan, Iraq, Nigeria, Somalia, and Syria. As a result of the new nation-state law, the Jerusalem District Court judge, Moshe Drori, has awarded 5.4 million shekels to an Israeli man who was injured 20 years ago in a Tel Aviv bombing attack committed by Hamas terrorists. The ruling quoted a clause in the law that appears on its face to provide support for diaspora Jewry facing anti-Semitism, which states that, quote, "The state shall strive to ensure the well-being of the Jewish people and of its citizens who are in distress due to their Jewishness or citizenship." After the Hamas terrorist ring that planted the device was caught and confessed, the victims sued the organization.